Number one is establish boundaries and honor them for all to see. So let your constituents know what your priorities are and your limits are and the things that you are going to say yes to. Don't continually break your own rules about why you're available or when you're available and what requests are acceptable. Your actions, the walk the talk thing, remember everybody's heard that before, your actions must match your words. So don't say yes when you mean no. That is very confusing to people when you do that, and it causes them to come back and waste everybody's time. Number two, ask for time to check your calendar. In the digital world, we're all very quick to jump on our iPhones and or droids or whatever you're carrying, and immediately go to calendar and say, oh yeah, I can do that next Wednesday at 10 a.m. The reality is you've got other people that also need your time too, and you've got responsibilities that aren't necessarily on your calendar all the time, and sometimes you're better off just waiting.
Let me tell you what the problem with this is and why this is hard to do. I tell people all the time, my phone is for my convenience. And then they get mad at me about that, right? But that's the reality. Because I'm carrying around this device that happens to let you be in contact with me at any second and any moment doesn't mean I need to immediately solve your problem, immediately pick up the phone and talk with you, immediately respond to your text. And if you start getting control of your communication with that, right? I can see Chris over there laughing at me. He's heard me say this to him many times, right? If you can get control of that, you also can get control of your relationships and give you time to think through some stuff. I mean, just because your phone will allow you to act quickly doesn't mean you need to do that. You really do need to slow down and think about this stuff. So I'm telling you, the phone is for your convenience.
I got it.
Okay.
We'll see if my customers think it is.
Okay. Everybody in the room is saying no. That makes me either a genius or a nut. Now, I don't know which one it is.
So the moral of all this is don't respond with that quick yes, knowing that you can't deliver, or a quick no that will ruin the relationship. In all cases, it's important to commit to a date or a time for the final yes or no. Number three, give credence to your initial instinct. Your gut. Oh my God, how many times have you said, if I only listened to my gut on this, I wouldn't be in this kind of trouble? Recognize that your brain and your body often register information that is more accurate than an optimistic emotional reaction or a negative reaction after a long, hard day. Take a deep breath, clear your mind of any external distractions, and analyze your gut reaction before providing the answer. Number four, voice both the pros and the cons to a trusted cohort. I have to tell you, sometimes my trusted cohort is me. Driving in the car when you've got windshield time and things of that nature, I play ideas off myself to say, is this really realistic? Can I really deliver on that? Do I want to do business with this particular customer or not?
Let me tell you who your cohort cannot be. Family and friends are horrible to give you business advice. And the reason why, I shouldn't say horrible. Once in a while you might get something worth a darn. But the reality is you talk so much to them that you're missing the formality of question, answer, problem, solution. And so you really do have to formalize that relationship. So if it's going to be a good friend or a family member or spouse, make sure that this is a formal time that we're going to talk about business. If not, what you're going to get is just going to clutter your mind more than real solutions for your business.
Yeah, the personal conversation is definitely different than the business discussion. So speaking considerations out loud will help you make sure you understand the full implications of a yes or a no. Every yes answer increases your workload. Let's not forget that.
That's a good statement.
And every no answer may cut off an opportunity you need down the road. So talking it out buys you a little bit of time to make sure you're making the right decisions. Number five, explore the possibility of a reciprocal favor. If I do this for you, could you increase your order by 250 units? I can I can bring people in on overtime. I can do other things to accommodate you, but I can't do it for such low volume.
Negotiate for your yes.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Without jeopardizing a relationship by just giving a quick no. No's need to be given with some reasoning behind it so people understand why you're saying no.
Oh, I just can't say I don't want to? Because sometimes I just don't want to.
Yeah, well, don't say it now.
Stop with the bell. We're going to go an entire day without the bell, and you just ruined it. All right.
So I've already gone. Number 6 is actually explain your constraints. I've already talked about that, so I'm going to move to number 7. Say yes to the person and no to the task. So make sure the requester understands first how positively you feel about them, despite the fact that the requested task cannot be accommodated in your current workload, strategy, or other boundary that you've set.
I love you, but I'm not going to do that. Is that how I do it?
No. Not the right way, Joe.
Okay.
You have to give me a little bit more information than that for me to feel good about that.
Okay. I'm not going to do it because blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I have to I guess that answer too.
So I got to look at your eyes, make sure you're smiling back at me.
Watch the body language.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And lucky for me, our next host is going to teach us how to say no happily, I bet.
That is correct.
Okay.
Positively.
Positively, happily. Okay, good.
Requesters are then likely to be left with the impression that your rejection is a personal affront if you do not give reasons. Number 8, sandwich your no between two positives. Make your answer more palatable with a positive explanation. For example, if your partner asks you to cover a conference or a speaking event or come to a meeting, they may be out of town, you have development deadlines at risk. Explain the commitments. First the yes, that's first the yes because you're explaining the commitments and you're telling them that it's important, how those commitments lock you into town, that you can't travel, and finish by confirming your focus to an on-time product delivery, which is a second yes.
Sandwich the no.
In between some yeses.
In between two slices of yes. Okay.